Hello! Today's project is going to be how to put an image onto a piece of fabric or a piece of clothing using either cross-hatching or just basic hand stitching. So the first thing that you will need is wash-away paper. So what this is paper that you can print with a normal inkjet computer printer, and when you'll use it as a guide to print out your image or your logo or whatever you want to work with. And then you can stitch over top of it, and when you wash it, the paper will disappear and it'll be nice and clean. So I did this years ago when I was like 16, and I did it with regular paper and stitched everything in and then went and picked away all the little pieces of fuzz, and so I was really happy when I saw this. So what I did is I found an image that I like. Little sexy circus ringleader. I put the hoop on because, obvious choice. And so printed it off on this paper. It's really thin. You'll want to, decide what size you want the image to be when you're printing. When you're choosing it on your computer, choose something that is however many colors you want. If you want something that's going to take you a long time and be really busy and really difficult, choose something that has a lot of colors. If you want something that's simple, then maybe only a couple of different colors is going to be a good option for you. So, and keep in mind, if you want to do a cross-hatching method and do those X's, then what you want to do is if you have a photo program, blow up the photo. First make it really small so that it's 100 pixels or something. Make it really small and then blow it up so it prints over the whole page. What's going to happen is that your image will pixelize and you'll have these little squares, and the image will be created with those little squares. So when you put it onto your fabric, you can just cross-hatch each of those squares and that'll create your pattern for you. So you can put anything on fabric in that way. So that's a nice little cheat. You can make yourself a pattern out of anything. So if you want to do a photograph, something super detailed, that's possible too, if you're crazy. I chose something simple. So you'll need scissors and some embroidery floss. This is thread that's not your regular sewing thread, so it's much thicker, and you'll want to take two pieces. It usually has, I think, six different strips of thread in it, and they're all bound together. You want to use at least two for any cross-hatching you're doing, and then if you're doing an edging, you can use just one. But again, it's preference. If you want it to be really thick, then maybe you want to have 3 or 4 threads. If you want it to be just thin, then one's fine. You'll need needles with eyes in them. And this guy, you don't absolutely need it, but it's super useful. So this is a little metal frame. They're wooden ones too. And what you do is you can squeeze them together or tighten them together. So you'll take your fabric, whatever you're putting it on, place the paper onto it, and then squeeze them together. And what that'll do is it'll support everything so that it's stretched out nice and you get everything consistent. It's in the right place rather than trying to fumble around. But the other way to do it is simply to take your piece of paper and pin it all the way around as many places as you can to try to keep it nice and secure to your fabric as you're working. So let's get started.
When I'm crossing the street, I find my mind's intertwined with the lines divine.